Still Mills, what's the dizzle, man? Hey, peep game, bro. So, all night, I said on the video that I uploaded yesterday, well, maybe I didn't upload it, but we gonna, you know, I said it on the video, I didn't upload it though, man, but it's two things I want to talk about and how they're gonna intertwine with each other. First, it's this Manny Pacquiao versus Bud situation, man. Listen, I don't like beating a dead horse, and I do not want to sound petty, because, you know, that's our champion at the end of the day. That's our champion, bro. But I said it before in the video that I posted on here. Bud needs to get as far away from Bob Arum as he possibly can. I mean, they shouldn't be in the same, they shouldn't be within 2 states of each other at all times. That's how far away he needs to get away from Bob Arum. That's how far he needs to be away from Bob Arum. This is ridiculous. He has dangled a Manny Pacquiao fight in this man's face for the past 5+ years. 5 fucking years. And he is yet to get that, they aren't any closer to getting that fight from when he allegedly stopped it the first time. And this shit is so fucked up, man, because, you know, like I said before, Bud was in a mental space where he was like, I'm not worried about fighting. Like, he, you know, his legacy is already solidified. He ain't got to fight me, and I'm not mad at him for not fighting. That was the headspace he needed to be in, man. Because now, like, you know, I'm somewhat sensing a lot of frustration surrounding him. He can't get the fights that he wanted. He's being badly promoted, terribly promoted by a promoter that has been in the business for as long as my parents have been alive. That is insidious as fuck. That's lunacy. How the fuck is that possible? How the fuck is that possible? You can't. This shit is ridiculous. They have dangled the fight in this man's face for that long, for 5 fucking years, and he's not getting that fight. He's not getting that fight, and you know the fights that he could have got, oh my God. Amir Khan did not deserve 5 or 7 over a Danny Garcia. Kell Brook did not deserve 2 over a Sean Porter. Ugas, you could have gave him 2 M's to Ugas. Ugas said, man, listen, I could go. Ugas said after his last fight, I can go and fight Terrence Crawford right now. I took little damage. I can make a 6-week turnaround right now and be ready when he's ready to fight in November. He said that right after his fight. Right after his fight. Like, I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad at the Kell Brook fight. I wasn't mad at I thought Amir Khan was gonna do a lot better than what he did. But I'd much rather, like, Danny Garcia would have clearly been the more quality opponent. Clearly. It would have been clearly the more quality opponent for Bud at that particular time. Over a fucking Amir Khan. And I'm not mad at the Kell Brook fight neither. But Yordenis Ugas would have been a far more quality opponent than the Kell Brook. I think those are solid wins for the champ. I do. I think they're solid wins. However, you know, those are the type of wins that's always going to garner some bullshit. Oh man, they was over there. Khan is washed. Kell Brook is, you know, a broken Kell Brook. It's always, you know, it's always some, you know, some sort of visceral comments towards Bud and his resume. You wouldn't have had that argument had you got a Danny Garcia, had he gotten a Yordenis Ugas. And they just keep this shit is it frustrates me, man, because I'm like, this is our champion. Bud is our champion. I don't give a fuck what niggas is saying. Bud is homegrown. Born and bred, Nebraska proud. He does us great, you know what I'm saying? He's a great look for the city. A great look for the city. And he bangs that shit every time he step out. He got Omaha on his trunks. He got a Nebraska fitted or a snapback on. It's just all, you know, a Creighton hoodie, Creighton fitted. Just he represents us the way of, you know, the way a proud Nebraskan is supposed to rep us. He's not ashamed of where he comes from. Years ago, you could not not like if you rep your Nebraska shit proudly, niggas will look at you like, what? You from where? They still look at us like that. When I go out of town, I put, hey man, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, my nigga. And hey, you from where? You got some people like, oh, right on, yeah, I know about Omaha. But some niggas just like, where the fuck is that at? So for him to be in the stature that he's in and to still represent us and still live here, and he's still with, you can still reach out and touch him in the community. We're proud of that, so we want the best for that man. And with the level of talent that he has, for you to sit here and do him the way that you're doing him, it's just, it's sinister as fuck. It's sinister as fuck, bro. Like, what? I can't understand this shit for the life of me, man. You had no problem with going into a Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury. Why is it that you know, why are you so gun shy on fucking Terrence Crawford? Derek James and Errol Spence allegedly hit you up and told you what the number was like. Hey, yo, this is what we need right here for us to come over there and fuck with you. And you ain't want to do it. You talking about getting this man a fight in Dubai, bro? That, I mean, doesn't that cost money in itself? Securing a venue in a whole nother country and paying the fighters, probably, like, come on, man. You're not talking about a domestic level fight. Now you talking hotels and airfare and all that shit. Like, man, come on, man. Like, this shit is getting ridiculous. You're gonna have to come out of your pocket for that fight. So why not have a fight? All right, cool. Like, the money you're gonna spend possibly getting them a fight in Dubai with a Manny Pacquiao is the same money you could be putting towards fucking Sean Porter or fucking Keith Thurman. Like, this shit is sickening. It's sickening as fuck. And then you know, like, people, you know, my city, the people in my city just, you know, they know Manny Pacquiao. Just national, you know, Manny Pacquiao was the #2 star for the Floyd Mayweather. It's been like that for the past decade plus. So now we got to start from our city, from our, you know, from our soil, rise into prominence and allegedly get that. And everybody keeps talking about it. Oh, Manny Pacquiao next, Manny Pacquiao next, man. And I'm like, yo, y'all are not really, y'all not peeling back the layers and seeing why that fight is more than likely not gonna happen. It couldn't happen when they was under the same promotional company, but it's gonna happen now that he's on the other side of the street. Like, yo, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. And I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm pissed the fuck because he keeps doing this shit. He keeps dangling Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao in his face. It's, oh my fucking God. This is complete misrepresentation, bro. Bob Arum at this point, anybody going up on it, anybody signing the top rank needs to, thinking about signing the top rank, needs to be slapped in the face. Because look how you do a pound for pound. You can argue that he's pound for pound #1. You can make that argument. You can most definitely make that argument. And look how they're doing him. Look how they're doing him. Teofimo Lopez is just now cracking the pound for pound fucking rankings. Top 5 at least. And look how they cater to him. You know what I'm saying? People know who he is. He doesn't have a problem getting a fight. And he was wise enough to say, yo, I'm good on Bob Arum. I'm good. I'm good. Good. You can have that. It's just, this shit is just, it's ridiculous, man. Like, they've had to cancel Terrence Crawford fights before. They've had to cancel a fight before because of how badly promoted it was. Like, why can't you just let this man go? Like, why can't you do that? I can't, me personally, and I could be wrong, but I can't think of a fight where a fighter of that caliber had to get his fight canceled because of how fucking badly promoted it was. This is asinine, bro. Like, what? My nigga is getting benched pretty much, damn near. He got benched. We gonna have to push the fight back because your bitch ass and Bob Arum can't get him a What the fuck, my nigga? This is getting ridiculous, man. And you keep making him look foolish because y'all keep dangling the Manny Pacquiao fight in his face. You keep telling him, oh, we're in negotiations, we're in talks. No, the fuck you not. No, the fuck you not. Manny Pacquiao is not going to fight Terrence Crawford as long as he is with Top Rank. Unless he meets them that price that he's talking about. If he can meet that figure that Manny put out there, different story. But Bob is a tight, you know, his pockets is tight. He ain't coming out of 40 mil to get, you know, to pay Manny Pacquiao so he can fight Terrence Crawford. He's not doing it. So they'll just keep dangling that fight in his face. And if y'all do some fuck shit, like give him Josecito Lopez, y'all have completely ruined my man's career. If y'all dare put him on a pay-per-view with Josecito Lopez, yo, oh my fucking God. Y'all will have tarnished that man's career. I don't see him bouncing back if he gets a Josecito Lopez fight. They will completely tune out Terrence Crawford from here on out. If y'all get him if y'all make him fight Josecito Lopez on pay-per-view, it better be Keith Thurman. It better be Sean Porter. It better be Virgil Ortiz. It can't even, at this point in time, it can't even be fucking Danny Garcia. It cannot be Danny Garcia. Because of what just happened with him in November. Like, it has to be one of them three. It has to be. Do not dare get that man Josecito Lopez and think you're gonna put it on the pay-per-view and think you're gonna be successful with it. And then blame him when the fucking pay-per-view flops. You bitch ass nigga. But I don't like this. I do not like Bob Arum, dog. I do not like this dude. Because you are destroying this man's legacy. There's no way a man of this caliber should be having to go through the shit that he's going through to get a proper fight. There's no way for that. There's no reason for that. This shit is mind-boggling, bro. Like, everybody should be lining up and begging this man for a fight because of where he's at. They should be lining up and begging this man for a fight. How niggas is doing Canelo, that's how they should be doing Bud. Instead, they've disregarded him. Oh, man, his resume, this, that, and that, yada, yada, yada. He ain't get a belt. He ain't this, he ain't that. All right, cool. Well, all right, bet. Now he got a belt. Now people are actually in a position where they are petitioning for that fight. And you still slowing the trigger. You still refusing to, all right, cool. Let's play these people properly so we can get my guy a fight. So we can dead this narrative that he ain't fought nobody. That is a cloud. That is the only fucking dark cloud looming over his head is his resume. And because of that, you get bitch ass niggas parroting, sucking shit like 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. And at this point, you can't be mad at the argument because he hasn't fought the best caliber of opponents. I think Mean Machine gives a lot of them cats hell up there. But the thing is, he hasn't been in a position of where he could prove that. Man, this shit is frustrating, man. It's really frustrating. It's really, even when you look at Jose Benavidez, man, the fucking guy was, well, he was like on a two knockouts before he went up there and fought Bud. Then, oh man, he got shot in the leg. None of that was a factor when he allegedly knocked the niggas the fuck out. I didn't see the fights, but none of that mattered. None of that mattered until Bud started tagging that body, and then legs got heavy. Now he feels the fucking results of that bullet wound. You ain't heard Bud talking shit about, man, my head hurt. Nigga got shot in the head. Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, this shit is just getting ridiculous, man. You have went to infinity and beyond to tarnish this man's career. There's no reason why this dude, this shit pisses me off. Like, how are you not seeing the error in your ways? And you've been doing this for 50 fucking years. You dangled a Manny Pacquiao fight in this man's face for fucking years, bro. I told niggas that shit was not gonna announce. Granted, the fight has yet to be announced. It's yet to be announced who he's fighting. They're gonna do that next. They're gonna announce who he's fighting next week, and it could be Manny Pacquiao. I'm not 100%, but the rumblings you cannot ignore that you're hearing behind the scenes. Allegedly, a representative from Manny Pacquiao's team has reached out and said that's nonsense. He's not fighting Terrence Crawford. So what the fuck is you talking about? Like, goddamn, man, this shit is. He's not getting the Manny Pacquiao fight, bro. Please, bud, as soon as October comes along, you get far away from this old decrepit bastard, man. Because this shit is sickening. He is more deserving of a Manny Pacquiao fight. He's more than deserving of it. He's more than deserving of that. We're deserving of that as Omaha, Nebraskans. Damn it. Shit, man. We consistently get looked over, and we get somebody who is in a position of where he's at the pinnacle of superstardom, and you gonna hold and trip my man up? Come on, bro. That shit is whack. He is more deserving of that Manny Pacquiao fight. Even Earl Spence is. Which brings me into my next point. If Earl Spence was to secure a Manny Pacquiao fight, would you bitch ass niggas be saying, oh man, he finna fight a 42-year-old Pacquiao? No, you wouldn't, you bitch ass niggas. You wouldn't. You would praise the fact that he's about to fight Manny fucking Pacquiao. Because he been on Manny Pacquiao's ass since he fought Mikey Garcia. You'll be praising that. You be like, oh shit, Earl Spence finna do this and that and the third to him. But when Bud was allegedly in a position of fighting, man, you finna fight a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao, you gonna do this. This is what I'm talking about with you bitch ass niggas who do this seesaw shit, bro. Like, what? Man, hold on, man. Let me get a drink, because we finna go in on this. You niggas is... You catch with this narrative that because you're at a bit of an accelerated age, that you washed. A lot of these cats who are boxing today, these 40 plus, let me see. Manny Pacquiao and what's my man name? Alexander Povetkin. These cats are kind of starting to redefine old age. Even when you look at B-Hop, I was looking at B-Hop's record and what he did between the age of 42 and 46. Beating Winky Wright, Roy Jones in a rematch, John Pascal, Tavares Cloud. Who else? Who else did it be? Kelly Pavlik. Those were hitters. Those were factors up there at 68 and 75. And he was doing that in his early to mid 40s. You look at what Povetkin just did against fucking Dillian White just last year. Now, granted, he was losing the fight. He was losing the fight up until that what happened. He was losing the fight, but nonetheless, that happened. He was still fresh enough to put himself in position to get that shot off. His IQ didn't slip. That's what I was talking about with Mike Tyson, man. You're gonna lose your athleticism when you start to age, man. So you need to be doing shit that, you need to be really going into overtime building your computer so you know how to deal with an opponent who's younger and fresher than you, whose athleticism hasn't failed them yet. That's why Mike Tyson wasn't as successful late down the road when that athleticism slipped. It's because of that. It's because of that. Building that computer in your early age, so when your athleticism slips, you know how to deal with people who are still fresh. Why do you think Floyd was so prominent at what he did? So you look at Povetkin, for him to do that shit, that's what I'm talking about right there. Invest in the body, attack the body early, whether you're having success with it or not. Just hit it. Just hit. I don't care if he's catching it on the elbow. Just hit it. Just know I'm in your body. Eventually you're gonna land something. You land too many of them, and Povetkin has a really good left hook. You invest in that body, you tag that body, and once that arm starts to drop, now that opens up the top. And that's what he did. That's how he got knocked out of the year last year. At 42 years old. 41, 42. You look at Manny Pacquiao at 40, what he did to Keith Thurman. Like, this narrative that you can... George Foreman is still to this day the oldest heavyweight champion in history. To this day. Took a 10-year hiatus, came back, caught a strap. In his mid-40s, man. So don't sit here. On average, yeah, you have an argument. He's old now. He's old. But being old isn't necessarily a age thing. People, they deal with attrition. Just it's bad. You can start aging at 32 and 33. Look at Derrick Rose in the league. Look at him. His MVP season, the following fucking year, he goes down with a career-altering injury. And he wasn't even 30. He wasn't even 30. You turn around, you look at a nigga like Michael Jordan, who had a few retirements, but when he came back and played for the Wizards, he was still averaging 20 plus. Blocking shots off the back, catching shots off the backboard. On breaks, LeBron James style. This is Mike in his late 30s. You look at what LeBron is doing in his mid-30s. At 250 fucking pounds. 6'8". Where their bodies break down a lot faster than people who are shorter. Their bodies break down a lot faster. Averaging 20 plus. In the runnings for MVP. People deal with attrition differently. Everybody isn't the same. Just because I age the way I age doesn't mean you're gonna age the way that I age. People can start aging at 15. There's people who start losing their hair at 20. I worked with a dude who was just, the grandpa shit where you ain't got none up top, but you got the hair on the sides. Dude was he was younger than me. So when you say he's old, age isn't necessarily the definition of old. You can see the slow down. You can see, all right, he's not as explosive as he once was, but he's still extremely fast. He's faster. He's just as fast or faster than the majority of the cats fighting in his division or his age. They don't move like him. So this narrative that, oh man, he old now, he old. We haven't seen him since 2019, so he possibly could be a lot older than the last time we saw him. Or he could be the same person that fought fucking Keith Thurman in 2019. We got to get out of this mentality that because the motherfucker is at an accelerated age, that means he's too old to be competing at a high level. That's not true. That's not true at all. Like, I don't know what it is with a lot of you dudes, man. Like, this shit is ridiculous. And just the fact that it was Terrence Crawford who was allegedly about to get that fight and not Earl Spence, that's when all that bullshit came out. he who knows in sports did a video. Oh man, he dunking Sean Porter. He finna go fight Manny Pacquiao to dunk Sean Porter. If Earl the way Bully Spence got that fight over Yordenis Ugas, would you say he's ducking Ugas to go fight Manny Pacquiao? Or would you say he got the big fight with Manny Pacquiao? He deserves that fight. The biggest payday in his career. It's a legacy-defining fight. Would you keep that same energy? I'm sure you wouldn't. I'm sure you wouldn't, because there's a lot of Bud haters out here. Just like there's a lot of Spence haters out here. I'm not a Spence fan, but I don't hate the nigga. I don't hate Spence. I don't. But this shit is just motherfuckers do not keep the same energy, man. Manny Pacquiao, if he is anything like he was against Keith Thurman, he's given any and all them welterweights a problem. All of them. All of them. But he old now because Bud was allegedly in a run. Get the fuck out of here, man. You do. Age does not is not the end all be all. Attrition is. How your body begins to break down due to, you know what I'm saying, high level competition in a sport that, you know, that causes wear and tear on the body. Your level of attrition, that is what defines, you know, whether somebody is old or not, or washed. Amir Khan doesn't look the way that he looks, and he's younger than me. I'm 34 years old. Him and Crawford, I think, are the same age. That's all right, cool. He's washed. You can say that. At least, you know, to compete at the highest level. Lamont Peterson. Kell Brook. That's when it's plausible to say that. Not just because somebody is in their, you know, 40 plus years old. Floyd could have fought until he was 43, 44 years old. Because of the computer. And he still had his cat-like reflexes when he fought Andre Berto. You dudes is a trip, man. Manny Pacquiao, had he fought Earl Spence, nobody would be saying he too old and Earl Spence, but no, you cats will be praising and catching the Holy Ghost because Earl Spence finally landed that fight. That's what y'all will be doing. That's what y'all will be doing. Because if Bud did get that fight, that completely trumps a victory over Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, and Sean Porter. That trumps that shit. Not to mention, if he landed that fight, y'all one common opponent, he did a far superior job against him than you did. Than Earl Spence. So now the argument, now we back, we have an argument once again. That 60-40 shit out the window. Man, you dudes just need to quit with the bullshit, man. Like, just y'all sound stupid and shit, you know, just dumb as fuck. Y'all sound dumb as fuck. A 42-year-old man, he old. I didn't see, I slightly saw, I mean, you gotta think, he wanted to hurt Keith Thurman in that fight. So his punch output was extremely high. He was throwing 5 and 6 punch combinations at Thurman. And he was cutting angles. He was working in there. So yeah, he gassed a little bit down the stretch. Age will do that to you. Did he fight well down the stretch? Yes. He hurt Thurman late. He hurt him late. I just, man, you motherfuckers is a trip, man. Age is not a definite for washed or attrition. How your individual body responds, and you know how I was able to operate at the highest caliber level of competition. That's what's going to determine whether you washed or not your age. So don't give me that Manny Pacquiao 42 years old shit because Bud was allegedly in the runners to get him. But if Spence was in the runners to get him, this narrative wouldn't be getting parroted. I just want the same energy from you bitch ass niggas, man. Don't denigrate the champ. You know what I'm saying, for one thing, and then big up Spence and another thing, or for the same thing. Don't do that. That shit is corny. That shit lame as fuck, man. That shit lame as fuck. That shit is corny, bro. Like, you niggas is... I real life can't stand you. You know, you new age, you new boxing fan motherfuckers who didn't come into the sport until fucking Wilder got beat up and Young Pharaoh went on a tangent, a baseless tangent, that got you niggas' heads all pumped up. That's what I hate about y'all. That's what I hate about y'all. More than anything. You know, you cats can't, y'all. Man, look, man. Like and subscribe, man. I'm out.